two giants when it comes to online business setup, Shopify and WooCommerce. Now, what's really tough is to decide whether to set up a store on Shopify or WooCommerce. I have seen many business owners struggling with this problem, and today in this episode, I'll help you figure out which one is the best for your business. So, first of all, before choosing a platform to build your store, determine your goals. Goals in the sense what you want your store to be. Some would say it should be secured store. Some would say professional looking or quick check-in checkout, easy to build, or must be done from scratch and you have the total freedom to add content or any other goal that is in your mind. So now that you have determined the goal, let's dive into our episode and break down both of these platforms. First, I'll talk about pros and cons of both of these platforms. Let's take Shopify first. Shopify powers over 800,000 online stores and it's well known for the dropshippers who start their business by dropshipping products from AliExpress to their own store. Shopify websites are operated on its own hosted platform. Shopify includes hosting and security, which means your store is faster and secured. Plus, you don't have to use any code to build a brilliant online store. So it's hassle free to start your own store on Shopify. Shopify gives 24/7 support so you can get your issues resolved around the clock to keep your customers and sales figures happy and healthy. Shopify gives the store owners multi channel integration options, which means you can sell on other channels and platforms like Amazon, Facebook, eBay, and Pinterest as a built in feature. But there are some cons to Shopify too, one of which is transaction fees. Shopify is the only platform to ensure its own transaction fees unless you use its own payment gateway, Shopify Payments. And the other con to Shopify is its costly apps. It's easy to rack up for an expensive yearly bill for your apps on Shopify. And most of the apps average some $149 for annual and sometimes even monthly fees. Now, let's talk about WooCommerce on the other hand. WooCommerce claims itself to be the web's most popular e-commerce platform. It's an open source platform and therefore free to install, making it ideal for cost conscious users. But you'll need to pay for things like hosting and security. WooCommerce allows you limitless customization. As an open source platform, you can use codes to customize your store to your heart's content, giving you the total freedom to add and remove items and content. WooCommerce is scalable. Its fantastic flexibility allows you to achieve your e-commerce goals and dreams. WooCommerce gives you excellent value for money. It's free to install. Plus, the extensions are mostly reasonably priced, helping you add greater functionality to your store at a low price. But it just has one con. WooCommerce is not beginner friendly, which means unless you have some coding knowledge, you'll struggle to build the online store you want on WooCommerce, unlike on Shopify. So now, allow me to break down the features of both of these platforms. Number one, ease of use. There is no doubt that Shopify is very easy to build if compared to WooCommerce. Shopify is a hosted e-commerce platform. That means it takes care of a lot of technical side of operating a store, from your domain name and hosting to any security certificates. Shopify has you covered. On top of that, with Shopify, you don't have to install, manage, or update any software. No need to worry about security or backups either. In contrast with WooCommerce, you'll have to look for hosting and security certificates by yourself, making it a tough choice and hard to set up. Also, the coding stuff, though being quite easy, it can really mess things up if you don't understand a thing about coding. And with hosting, I would recommend you to either use SiteGround or Bluehost as the hosting provider. Bluehost works the best here as it allows you to auto install WooCommerce, provides the SSL certificate for security, 24 hours support with 99.99% uptime, plus storefront theme pre installed. So, with ease of use, Shopify is better than WooCommerce. Now, the second one is building time. If you are starting from scratch or have limited technical skills, Shopify is the best option. Getting your store live is faster and quicker. All you need to do is drag and drop things and it's done. WooCommerce is more suited to the users that aren't looking for gains of masses of sales immediately. Building stores on this platform is more of a creative project than it is on Shopify. You'll have to do a lot of creative control and you can make the site truly your own. On Shopify, the sites would be similar to many other sites as most of them are using the same themes and the same features. While on the other hand, WooCommerce makes your store look one in a million because you have the total freedom to do anything creative as you want. But if you are looking for a quick setup and high converting store, then Shopify is your best option. The next is designs and themes. Both WooCommerce and Shopify has different themes that make your store look professional. Whereas Shopify has around 70 free and paid themes, and including the variations, it's 100 plus themes around. I have used the debut theme, the Brooklyn theme, Debutify theme, and Turbo theme, which are actually awesome. And most of the paid themes cost around $140. So if you have a good budget, then I would definitely suggest you to go with the premium theme on Shopify. How good your design looks on WooCommerce depends on hours you are willing to put in, as well as your technical skill level. WooCommerce entry theme storefront is fully responsive on mobile devices. It also comes with a clean and fresh layout. And if you use the theme forest, it has around 1,000 specific e-commerce themes for you to use. The Shopify creators have taken time to select the themes that are going to work best for your store. But WooCommerce has a fantastic range of themes that you can tweak around, change things, and you're good to go. But still, Shopify is better than WooCommerce in designs and themes because most of the stores have a common layout and that's what converts more. Now, let's talk about the sales features. Both platforms provide the features you need to build an effective online store. If you are looking to sell products on internet or get a small business online, neither of them will let you down. One feature Shopify includes as standard then WooCommerce doesn't is abundant cart recovery. When choosing between WooCommerce and Shopify, this is important as it allows customers to complete an abundant order without filling out details again. It also sends a gentle email reminder inviting them to finish the sale. Having an abundant cart option is like fixing a leak in your pipe. The multi-channel selling feature. Both platforms enable you to sell on Amazon, eBay, Instagram, and Facebook. The only difference is that with WooCommerce, you'll need to pay something around $79 to install all of them apart from Facebook, which is free to install. It won't cost you a penny to integrate your store with all those channels or platforms. The shipping feature. Shopify and WooCommerce allow you to offer free shipping and sell internationally. But Shopify goes the extra mile with its partnership with USPS, DHL Express, UPS, and Canada Post, saving you the time and effort of sourcing your own courier. Most features that Shopify provides can cost you some money to install it on WooCommerce. While both platforms meet the selling needs of merchants, Shopify's features are inbuilt. They are ready to use from the moment you sign in. So Shopify once again gets the high ground and is better than WooCommerce with providing all the sales services and extra services. Next is plugins and extensions. On both platforms, you can install apps to add extra functionality in all areas of your business, including shipping, SEO, and marketing. But which one has the better choice of apps? As an open source platform, WooCommerce relies highly on plugins. There are over 50,000 plugins to choose from, allowing you to build a bespoke website without many limitations. Shopify has over 1,200 free and paid apps that are all reliable. However, if you are unsure of which app to install, always check the star rating or user reviews. But here, WooCommerce outperforms Shopify with a variety of different options. Now let's talk about the important stuff, marketing. First comes the email marketing. With Shopify, you can run numerous email campaigns using apps such as Senguno and Constant Contact. WooCommerce similarly relies on plugins for its email campaign features, offering integrations with Mailchimp, helping you send personalized email campaigns with ease. And then the social media integrations. Shopify supports multi channel selling, enabling you to integrate your store with Facebook, Amazon, eBay, and Pinterest, as well as advertise on them. This opens up your business to a whole new online audience at no cost to you. With WooCommerce, you can integrate your store with Amazon, eBay, and Instagram for extra $79, but you can advertise on Facebook for free. So when it comes to marketing, Shopify again gets the high ground as it has more features compared to WooCommerce. Next is payment options and transaction fees. When you sell online, you need to add ways for customers to pay. Both WooCommerce and Shopify offer you a choice of over 100 plus payment gateways. These are either inbuilt or added through integrations. The main ones are, of course, Stripe, PayPal, credit and debit cards, Apple Pay, and Square. Different payment gateways come with different transaction fees. Make sure you check these first before choosing. Shopify, for example, charges 2% per transaction if you use a third party gateway. You can reduce this by upgrading to a more advanced Shopify plan or get rid of them completely by using Shopify Payments, the company's own option. But WooCommerce, unlike Shopify, does not charge you any transaction fees when you use a third party platform gateway, but bank charges will still apply. So, here, WooCommerce is actually better as it lets you earn the full amount of money on sales by not charging any transaction fees. One of the most important part when it comes to ranking your site on Google is search engine optimization. Both of these platforms are robust e-commerce platforms and they'll help you make sure your products are appearing in front of the right people. Both Shopify and WooCommerce provides apps and integrations that boost your store. Yoast SEO plugin is very easy to use and offers excellent support on WordPress. It's like hiring your own SEO expert. Furthermore, WooCommerce offers a great choice of SEO plugins than Shopify does. Shopify does have a range of SEO plugins in its App Store, but its SEO Booster app, which is free, works much better than any other plugins or extensions. So you can say that both of them are actually the same when it comes to SEO. Next up is security. As I have already mentioned, that Shopify is way better than WooCommerce with security and hosting. Shopify comes with built-in security sockets layer certificate, that is SSL certificate, and the PCI DSS compliance, which is payment card industry data security standard compliance, is built in with Shopify. And on WooCommerce, you will have to do this job manually or use the Bluehost hosting, which provides you with a free SSL certificate. So it's much better to use Shopify for security if you don't want to get into the legwork of installing the certificates manually. Next up is customer support. Well, both of them say they provide 24/7 support, but here Shopify works better than WooCommerce. Shopify provides 24/7 support over the phone, live chat, and email, and it also includes a library of helpful guide, a community forum, and a setup wizard. When using Bluehost to power your WooCommerce store, you are granted access to Bluehost's fantastic customer service. This includes 24/7 phone and live chat support and a vast knowledge center filled with useful information. But if you are not using Bluehost, it again goes back to the legwork you need to do to find the answers by your own and ask it on forums and communities. So, no doubt, Shopify wins here, but with Bluehost on WooCommerce, you can get the world's best services. I won't add pricing as a part of this breakdown, as WooCommerce is absolutely free. All you have to pay is for the hosting and the domain and plugins or extensions if you are going to add any. So WooCommerce will definitely be a choice. But as you know, the legwork and the labor work of WooCommerce, it won't be a good choice for saving some amount of money. Overall, I think Shopify works best. If you are a beginner, have some good amount of budget, and know exactly what and where are you going to sell your products, Shopify is the best option for you. But don't forget, if you want to get into professionalism of business, set up your own branded store with lot of your own creative content, and you have time to give in to your online business setup, then WooCommerce is the best option for you. People would always recommend you what works best for them. But remember, what works best for others doesn't really mean that it would work best for you. That's why I included in the very beginning that you have to determine what are your goals and then come up with the conclusion of which platform are you going to use and get your store online. If you find this data helpful, then don't keep it to yourself. Share it with others and post it on your own social media accounts. I'm already fed up with promoting all of it by my own self. So help me out a bit here. And you know what helps me the most? You subscribing to my podcast on whichever platform you're listening or watching us on. Because my podcast is on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, YouTube, and many more that you would get bored listening to. But don't forget to subscribe me on YouTube because I upload motivational videos and business news on my YouTube channel. And I'm sure you don't want to miss that. Enough of call to actions now. Let's end this episode right here. I'm Dhaval, founder and host of Behind the Brains podcast. See you until next time. Till then, keep listening, keep hustling.